Let's talk sense. Let's talk about your children's education. You want to give your children a fair chance in life. Now, nothing gives children a better opportunity for a successful future than a good education. However, a good education is expensive, and so it is wise to start saving now. An education policy will ensure your children realize their dreams.
Yes, we are talking sense here at GBS TV Home Shopping by introducing a different yet very important product. I know, but now you're used to the usual phones, laptops, kitchen appliances, among many, many more. But today we'll be looking at something unique yet very, very essential. Now, with the hard economic times we are facing now in the world, life has become so hard with many people living below the dollar mark. You have to budget for every single cent you get to survive. And sometimes you're forced to forgo luxuries just to save a few coins to meet your expectations, like school fees, for instance. Now, in such a case, what can you do to ensure that your child's education is secured? Get a loan? No. You need to take a cover that will help you plan for the future of your kids' education. And that is where Pan Africa Life Assurance comes in. Well, to take you through today's show, I'll be your host, Winnie Lubembe. And to tell us more about Pan Africa Life Assurance, we are joined by Dr. Paul Kibicho, the Executive Financial Advisor from Pan Africa. Hi, Dr. Paul.
Very fine, Madam Winnie.
So good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Okay, so what is Pan Africa Life Assurance and what does it offer?
Thank you. Pan Africa Life is an insurance company that was started in Kenya way back in 1846. And we offer quite a wide range of products. Yes.
And before we continue,
yes.
Pan Africa is an assurance,
yes.
but there's assurance and insurance.
Yes.
What's the difference?
Basically, the difference is that we insure property which we can be able to identify their value. But human life is not identifiable. We can't quantify human life, so we give an assurance to human beings.
So I'm interested in my child's education.
Yeah.
What policy can you advise me to
Thank you very much. At Pan Africa Life, we'll give you what we call the Flexi Academic Plus policy, which is actually designated in such a way that a parent may decide to educate his kid from primary, secondary, or university. Depending on your area of interest, we shall be able to provide you a tailor-made product to meet the educational needs of your child.
That is so interesting. So what is the Flexi Academic Plus policy?
Basically, it's an education policy that has been designated by Pan Africa Life that normally addresses the education issues of parents to avoid what we call the 11th minute rush. So you'll be saving gradually without interaction, and that ensures that money is available for your child's education.
So why should I take the policy with Pan Africa Life Assurance?
You need to be in Pan Africa Life. You've been declared number one a number of times. We are actually the custodian of the province in terms of paying promptly, the claims promptly. We are actually known in terms of liquidity. We are actually 5 times the solvency adequacy ratio, meaning that we are above par when compared to our competitors. And at Pan Africa Life, you have a sense for life. To be able to give you the protection that you require and the peace of mind.
So who can take up this policy, and does it have an age limit?
From 18 to 65 years, you qualify for the Flexi Academic Plus policy.
How much do I have to pay the monthly premiums?
It all depends. Just like you have got various categories of schools. You have national schools, provincial schools, district schools. It all depends. Where it is every parent decides to take his or her child in a national school.
Yeah.
That costs for more money. But Pan Africa Life, we are quite flexible. With as little as 3,000 shillings, you can qualify for Flexi Academic Plus policy.
So if you've not taken an assurance policy, you need to take one
Precisely.
now. Okay, so what happens if to the policy if I happen to pass on or be incapacitated?
Pan Africa has a benefit called waiver of premium benefit, whereby we continually pay premiums until maturity, so without interrupting the child's education. Number 2, if you became, for example, disabled, that you can't engage in any gainful employment, the waiver of premium benefit comes in. Furthermore, if you became disabled through an accident, Pan Africa will even give you some money to actually sustain yourself as we continually safeguard the education of the child's education.
So what happens to the policy if my child happens to die?
God forbid, but just like a parent can die, a child can die too. However, should a child pass on, we normally give 3 options. Number 1, you may keep quiet and wait for the policy to mature, because by the end of it all, we give you the money as the parent to the child. Number 2, you may bring on board another child, you substitute another child on behalf of the deceased. Number 3, you may come and terminate your policy with us, because it will not serve any purpose for that matter.
We all love our children and want the best for them, like giving them the best education, for instance. However, the best schools are pretty expensive. But if you have the Flexi Academic Plus policy from Pan-Africa Life Assurance, trust me, you will take your child to that school that you've always dreamt of. And the school fees won't be a problem anymore once your policy matures. So you better get yourself the Flexi Academic Plus policy now. Call us on the numbers on your screen, that is 0717 415 188, or send us a text message to 8550. So now I've taken the policy. How soon can I get my benefits?
Pan-Africa, we normally notify our customers 3 months prior to maturity, and therefore that one puts us in a very good platform of paying our customers before 48 hours are over. So we pay claims promptly.
So why should I trust Pan-Africa with my money?
Well, as I told you earlier on, Pan-Africa has been there for the last 66 years. We have an asset base of 14 billion shillings. And we also have a strategic partner called Sanlam, whose actual asset base is more than 3.46 trillion shillings. So we are quite liquid and still moving on, growing from strength to strength. And you can be assured that we'll continue to give good services.
Wow. Yes. So you don't have to worry. Pan-Africa Life Assurance is here to help you out, and it's here to stay for good.
Precisely, I can tell you that it's people who will outlive Pan-Africa, but it shall still be there, come 150 years and more.
Wow. How do I take the Flexi Academic Plus policy?
We have got a very wide branch network all over the Republic of Kenya, and you can find us in Nairobi at Pan-Africa House, that is Kenyatta Avenue, house number 9.
Now, being in the market for 65 years, I know Pan-Africa Life Assurance has success stories to tell. Okay, so let's check it out. You've been a customer with the Pan-Africa Insurance for some time now. What has been your experience with them?
I will say my experience has been very, very rewarding, and I will share with you my experience when my policy matured. I actually went to the offices and filled the necessary forms, and within 2 hours, to my surprise, I think they had sent the money to my phone. And I didn't have to wait for long, because their systems are wonderful, because they are able to tell when a client's policy has matured. So I didn't have to wait for long hours to get my payments done. Yes.
So I've actually been with Pan-Africa for over 10 years. And initially, I was a bit skeptical about the insurance industry. However, my experience with Pan-Africa Life has been very fulfilling, because I knew that even during that period, if anything happened to me, what my children would have been taken care of. You see, should I have died during that period, I know that at least the policy would have gotten until maturity, and they would have paid out the amount that was required at the time of maturity, and I know that my children would have been paid for their school fees.
And for other people out there who haven't taken the insurance policy, what would you advise them?
I will especially talk to the young people, because education is becoming very expensive, and a cover and education will be of good for them in the future. So they can take up the education cover, which can be of good in the future.
I would actually tell them to join us at Pan-Africa Life. Take a policy with Pan-Africa Life Assurance, people. They always keep their promises. They will not let you down. I have experienced it.
In summary, this is what we're saying. Number one, you're getting a Flexi Academic Plus policy, which helps you plan for your child's education. Number two, they ensure that they get the best uninterrupted education all through to the university. Wow, that is so awesome. And then your children can achieve all their dreams and succeed in life. The policy is flexible enough to fit your financial situations. You can pay premiums conveniently, that is monthly, quarterly, or biannually. With all the benefits and bonuses that you're getting from Pan-Africa Life Assurance, you cannot afford to miss on the Flexi Academic Plus policy. I mean, who does not want to give their children a good education and see them succeed in life? Pan-Africa Life Assurance is here to help you secure your child's future in education by introducing the Flexi Academic Plus policy. And all you have to do is pick up the policy application form, decide on the maturity date, pay your monthly premiums, then wait for the maturity date, upon which you will receive your money plus a bonus. So this means that if anything happens to you, your child will not drop out of school due to lack of school fees, because his or her education is taken care of. So call us now on the numbers on your screen to get yourself a policy, or alternatively send us a text message to 8550. Remember, Pan-Africa Life Assurance has a sense for life, so that's reason enough for you to take the initiative and get the Flexi Academic Plus policy now. Sign up now and stand a chance to win branded merchandise from Pan-Africa Life Assurance. That's all we had for you now. My name is Winnie Lubembe. See you next time as we shop again.
Thank you very much, Madam Mini. It's my pleasure meeting you.
Having you.
Thank you.
Now that makes sense.